Why play Nidalee Jungle? Well, she has amazing burst damage, her mobility is incredible, she can solo carry games, and she's just incredibly fun to play. However, she doesn't bring any lockdown at all, and she is reliant on damage, massively struggling from behind. Nidalee's passive is while in a brush she gains bonus movement speed, which is massively increased when walking towards an enemy champion. Her second passive is landing her human form Q or W marks the target. This reveals the target and grants her bonus movement speed, which is also massively increased when facing towards the marked target. Nidalee's human form Q is a straight line skill shot which deals damage to the first target hit, and this deals massively increased damage the further it travelled. A Q in cat form is an auto attack reset which gains bonus range and deals bonus execute damage, and if this was used against a marked target, the damage is increased. Nidalee's W places a trap on the floor which grants a small amount of sight. If an enemy walks on it, they take damage. Nidalee's cat form W has a passive, where if she kills an enemy or if it's used against a marked target, the cooldown is reduced. The active causes her to leap in a direction dealing damage to nearby enemies, and the range of this leap is increased if the target was marked. This ability can also be used over walls. Nidalee's human form E causes her to heal herself and grants her bonus attack speed. In cat form, it's a swipe attack which deals damage to enemies hit. And Nidalee's ultimate changes her between her cat form and human form, where in human form she's a ranged champion and in cat form she's melee. This ability has a 3-second cooldown, but when applying a mark off your Q or W in human form, this cooldown is instantly reset. For combos, start in human form and then throw out your W and Q and then use E on yourself. Transform into a cat, going in with W and E before attacking into Q. After this, keep attacking away with your enhanced attack speed. For matchups, Nidalee can struggle into strong teamfight threats where they provide more value in teamfights. And she's amazing into skirmishing junglers where she can easily poke them and disengage forever until she goes in. For runes, Conqueror is a great go-to as she's often in extended fights and procs it easily. Otherwise, Dark Harvest is a great go-to for burst damage. For build order, start Red Monster and Pot into a Lich Bane and tier 2 boots. After this, a Liandry's and Zhonya's are great pickups before finishing a build with any of these as needed. For skill order, start Q then E then W before maxing Q then E then W, taking ult whenever you can. For summoner spells, take Flash and Smite. Starting the game, you almost always want to full clear into Scuttle and then gank. Nidalee does have a very fast clear, so while your level 3 ganks are good, it's just very efficient to do a full clear and then still look for the early gank. When looking for ganks, you don't bring any CC yourself, so it can be good to target your own lanes with CC. And when ganking, the most important thing to do is to mark your opponent, which means making sure you land your Q or W in human form. However, be careful at level 6 where you don't get the same power spike that other champions get. Entering the mid game between farming, your main focus is going to be on objectives. You're great at hunting down isolated targets, bursting them out and converting into objectives. Entering late game teamfights, you play in a unique way. Don't be tempted to land a spear and then jump into the whole enemy team to your death. Play the backline spamming out tons of damage before you land a great Q or W on a carry and then jump in. And that's how to play Nidalee Jungle. If this video helped you, leave a like and comment below who you want to see next.